The Road to Alignment, a real life story. I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. Well, first I'm going to talk about alignment, and then I'm going to share a story of a person I work with to illustrate what it means to move from out of alignment to in alignment. And alignment's everything. It's everything that I talk about in my books and videos and everything. Because alignment means, to be in alignment means your vibration is high, and when it's high, that's when your life flows as you want it to flow. It's just a byproduct for the things that you want to flow naturally and effortlessly into your life. And of course, there is a lot of action with that, as we are human beings and we're physical and we move around a lot and we engage a lot. And so there's a lot of physicality to joyous expansion. Of course, it's all easy and flowing, and so that's why we can call it effortless versus action that's about making things happen and struggle and strain and all of that kind of thing. So I want to talk about alignment first before I go into the story, because alignment is the key to life. It's the only thing that allows us to live the full natural life that we came for. Because it's all about energy. We're talking about energy. We're energy beings. Everything in this universe is energy. Our dreams are energy. Our body is energy. Everything's energy. And it's the dreams that we want are high vibration. Our body's high vibration. Everything is just naturally high vibration. Although we're so free that we are freely able to choose the thoughts that we want, and we can choose thoughts that are low vibration, which puts us out of alignment, puts our energy, we're out of alignment with our body, we're out of alignment with all the things that we want. And so that's why we don't readily receive the flow, because we're there. And of course we know they're there because of faulty beliefs. So that's why I am an empowerment coach, because I teach how to return to living in alignment. And this empowers you to live as the intentional creator of your reality. We know from contrast, you get clarity of what you want, your inner being sets that up. And when you are having your thoughts in alignment, then you know that all those things are flowing to you naturally. And that's to say, alignment is about your thought energy, where the thoughts you choose are thoughts that you enjoy about a situation for how it is. It's enjoyable to you just the way it is. Or when it's not as you want it to be, you see how it's serving you. You see the positive aspects of it. So in either case, you're always in a high vibration. You see, in this way, you're always calm, optimistic, expecting, anticipating, appreciative, joyful, worthy, happy, and satisfied. You're all high vibration, because when you can see how a situation is serving you, even though it's not the way you want it to be, then you're going to be in that flowing high vibration energy. And you see, your inner being always sees how it's serving you. It always sees it from the creative process perspective. And when you do, that's your alignment. But soon as you don't, soon as you see something it's not serving you, it's against you in some way, or it's making your life hard in some way, or that you can't have it, you're not worthy of it, you think any of those kinds of thoughts, that's out of alignment. And your inner being will send you negative emotion. You know it. You check in on that thought, say, oh yeah, that's an out of alignment thought. I'll bring it back into alignment, which is that deconstruction, reconstruction process. I also been calling it a transmutation, the muting of faulty beliefs through the transformation of the perspective on the situation, so that you can see that the thought you had doesn't agree with how it's serving you, and then you change to the one that is serving you. So that's what alignment is. Now, it's very interesting that alignment comes in so many ways. And virtually everybody's got alignment, really, or misalignment, I should say, because we grow up across the planet out of alignment, because we just don't grow up with this knowledge of life, the creative process. And so there's a rare few that one way or another can stay in tune with their knowing coming in alignment. And but really it's just been an out of alignment situation for humanity, because we really haven't been teaching the kids generation after generation this knowledge of life, we have generational faulty beliefs being passed down. And it's like I say, nobody really escapes it. It's just a matter of degree for different people. And see, what's interesting is here, I just deal with people across the board in my coaching, across the planet. I work with stay-at-home parents. I work with people in the music business, people in the motion picture business, people in what we call big business or in small business. I work with people who are dealing with death. I work with people, which is transition, because we know there is death of the body, so the body goes away, but we are eternal. So just to be clear on that term. I work with people with employment of all kinds. I work with homeless people, people at a Olympic level of performance. I work with people with lots of money flow, people who have done prison time, people with ailments, healthcare workers, teachers, more. But just you can see the cross section of all the different kinds of people, and everybody has some alignment, because these are the people that are coming to me, and so there's out of alignment going on for everybody in one way or another. And you might have said, well, people with lots of money, well, isn't money the answer to life? Doesn't money give us everything? And clearly it does not, because people that are flowing millions, billions of dollars have misalignment and or conditional faulty beliefs. And so it's no different. It's people just reach a point in life that the money can't buy them out of it. And there's lots of things that are going on that money can't buy you out of or into. And so it doesn't matter how much money a person has. It's no substitute. It's no side door to alignment. Alignment can only be lived in one way, and that's, as I said over here, it's your thought energy, and it's the way you choose your thoughts as you go through your day. That's the only thing that's going to give you that unlimited flow of joyous expansion through your life. And so just to carry that a little bit further, it's just when you're out of alignment, when you're living out of alignment, you're heading for the wall, or you've hit the wall. Right? So a lot of times people with money, because they can do things with money to get some comforts or some security, they tend to not hit the wall as much, because they're using money as a way to create at least some kind of ease or some kind of security. So a lot of times that doesn't happen until they run into health issues, relationship issues, addictions. See, there's all kinds of things that can happen to you even when you have lots and lots of money. So don't ever think that money is the answer to life. It really isn't. It's only a part of what we use in our daily life for exchange, and vibration is our currency. So when I work with people, there's two kinds of people. There's three kinds of people here I'm going to mention, and two kinds I work with. Now, as I just said, if you're just hitting the wall easy, or you're just kind of headed towards the wall, and it's not really all that bothersome, because you got enough resources, you got things in place enough to feel decently secure. You have some things that you want, good times, easy times, and then ups and downs, but it's all okay, so times of excitement and everything is going well, and then some rodeo ride in there in different areas, but it's going okay. So it's like, not really too concerned about the wall. And that, quite frankly, is the worst place to be, because you don't challenge faulty beliefs all that much, and you just sort of go along with a life that is kind of good. Right? And again, it could be different levels of that, but it really is the worst place, because you're just living in the physical world, and you figured out enough just to get it, and you think, hey, life is pretty good, but you're not really living in alignment. And so you're getting a piece of vibrational reality, but you're definitely not getting the whole thing. And there are things that are happening from not being fully in alignment that are going to be the rodeo ride. Like I said, could be addictions in there, could be relationship issues, could be health issues, or all kinds of things, even when you have money. So, that's that. And I typically don't see people in that area of vibration because they're not looking for really any help. They don't want to think about, life has just not pushed them that much that they're going to seek for, some relief. They just are not really feeling enough pain to look for something. But they're heading for the wall, and they will hit a day when the pain will shoot up. Because when you're living out of alignment, it could be any number of years, but it's going to catch up and the wall is going to come. So I always say it's better to hit the wall when you're younger, and then you get the opportunity to make the choice that you're going to learn about life. And that's what happened to me when my wife died when I was in my mid-20s, and I had a year-old son, and I thought, this is not the way that I thought life was going to be. And I was going along okay. I had faulty beliefs. I didn't know any of this, but I was like, not really feeling the wall too much. But when that happened, that was an instant right against the wall. And so I was looking big time. I had to have answers. And I chose that, okay, not only am I going to look for an answer for this, it just seems to me that there needs to be answers for humanity, this whole planet. It just caused me to look across the planet. And I always kind of, even from a young age, I always thought there was something going on with humanity because there was just way too many things that didn't make sense to me. The way that the varieties of ways that the diversity or the disparity in the ways that people were living and things that were happening, and it just didn't make sense to me, even from a very young age. But when that happened to me, I said, that's it. I'm either going to jump the wall or I'm going to figure out how this planet's working, because I'm not hanging around for this kind of shenanigans. And so I went on a crusade to find out. Years it took me to figure this out. But I was determined I was going to find out how life really worked. So I hit the wall, and that what drove me into finding answers, wanting answers to life. And I wanted them at the level where I could actually teach other people. And so that's where I am today. So that's the sort of the last group of people that get to the point where they question life, they question their purpose. Life is just too hard, no answers, lost, something has to change, or, what's the point of staying around here, right? Pain level is high for some reason. And that's the people that are looking the most, that their mind is open the most, because there's just nothing else on the planet will help them. And that was true for me. All the people around with so many years of experience doing, all kinds of things in the healthcare and whatnot, but none of them knew how to help the situation. Not with my wife, not even with me. Nobody was helped really to me. I know a lot of people were around me wanted to be helpful, but they just didn't know what to say. They didn't know what to do. And it was a very big hit on the wall for me. And so I went to find some answers. And that's what's happening with a lot of humanity. And again, it's happening at younger ages because the world's just moving faster now with the internet and so many technologies. And so people are hitting the wall faster. So I tend to work with a lot of people that are hitting the wall in one way or another in a pretty big way. And then in the middle, you got people that are kind of sort of a medium hit on the wall. And there's some discomfort going on, something in life. There's enough discomfort where they're on the border and not sure if they can work through it or not. And sometimes yes, sometimes no. And when they get to the point where no, I can't seem to work through it, I can't seem to get it to move, and I'm not satisfied, I'm just not liking this. And those people are looking, and those are the people I connect with as well. So that's just to give you a dynamic of, the degree of out of alignment and what that is causing for people to look for answers. And this is why humanity is now waking up, because people are looking more and more and getting more answers. And it happened to me many years ago. So I went to work now and brought the books in, and YouTube and some other resources. And now, the message is starting to get out there. The education is getting out there. So it's really good. We are awakening as humanity, and we're coming back into alignment. It's really good to see this all happening. So with that being said, let me go to the story. Just before I go to the story, just to sort of hit this at a high level, just about what I just said. So we're born, and we get the faulty beliefs, right? We're in the old loop. We're looping in old negative feeling thoughts about things, about ourselves, about relationships, about money, all kinds of things. We're in that loop. We keep reacting. We see something, it's not the way, and we react to it. We're bothered by it. We're upset. We loop again. We send that energy out. It comes back again. We just keep looping and looping and looping. And then, we're getting closer to the wall. We're hitting the wall. Whatever it is, we've had enough. We have to have an answer. We just cannot go on anymore. It's just not worth it to go on in the ways that you're going on with it, and you want an answer, and you want to get control of your life, and you want it to be better. And that's what's going on. So now we're going to build the bridge. We're going to build the bridge back into knowing how life really works, right? And we're going to, the person that the story is about, and not only that person, but other people have said to me, it's like being born again, because you're coming into this new awareness about life that you never had, not consciously. You had it sort of in your inner being, has the knowing, but you didn't get it consciously. Your human conscious, your conscious mind and subconscious mind, they got the faulty belief version. And so that's where you've been living. That's where you were, in this faulty belief version. And now these big light bulbs are coming on. Oh, that's the way life works. Oh, that's why that happened. Oh, that's who I am. Oh, I don't have to be different than I am. Oh, money just flows because the currency of life is joy and abundance. The truth of abundance is everything I want's flowing. It's given to me and flowing to me. And as I'm feeling the joy, I'm letting it in. Wow, light bulb after light bulb about how this is all working is coming on and coming on. And so now we're talking with ourselves in new ways. We're developing the new loops, the new positive feedback loops about how good we are, how good life is for us, how it all works. And we're coming back into alignment with ourselves, and we're receiving. We're receiving because we're more in alignment. And so that loop is getting stronger, and it's shrinking the old loop. And see, we're just starting to deconstruct and those and reconstruct the new, and that has the impact of taking the momentum away from all of this old life, this old loop, this old faulty belief stuff, and puts us back into our natural self in the new loop about how good life is, how good we are as human beings, and how it's all set up to work out for us. So people are often, I find, using that, it's like being reborn again. It's like my new self, or I was living an old self, or there was some self, but it wasn't really me. It was some kind of version of me, but it was like I was trying to escape from it, but I didn't really know that. And now I know I was trying to escape from it, get back to my natural self, and now I know how to do that. So this is what alignment is. So just going into the story, this person now, roughly about 6 months ago, had a job that didn't really like, in a living situation didn't really like themselves all that much, had a lot to say about themselves, a lot of criticism going on there, wondering about themselves, friendships not all that great where they were, just not feeling all that great about life, really. It's just a lot of contrast going on there. You see, that person didn't know it as contrast. It was just like, life doesn't feel good, and I don't know what to do about it. I don't know where to go. I mean, just going towards the wall, right? There's the wall. And the only reference point is faulty beliefs, and they just keep making you feel worse. even though you don't like it, you don't know where to go. So here you are in your faulty belief sort of version of life, bummed out because you just don't have the answer to something that you want. You're not sure how you're going to get out of it, how you can get ahead. And, that's a hellish situation that, many people are in to some degree or another. And it doesn't matter how much money people have or any of that kind of stuff. Misalignment is misalignment. It doesn't matter how you shake it up. It doesn't feel good. You don't like it. It's just miserable. It is the rodeo ride. It's the train wreck. And so that's what this person was experiencing. Now I'm just going to jump ahead. Had a call recently, and now this person has some vocation going on. Not the full blown, but certainly trending. Better. It's better. Living situation, definitely higher, trending in a better situation. Feeling way better. The biggest thing of all, feeling way better about themselves and way better about life. And having connections with people that are much better. Also, fitness level is better sleep. Synchronicities are happening. This person just looks more vibrant. And I want to say that in the mastery group, I have a couple of meetings there a week with people in the group, and any number of people show up, and we have some high vibration conversation about progress and any contrast that we can straighten out and turn into how it's serving us and that kind of thing. But I notice the people in there that come on a regular basis that there's a change in their vibrancy. It's very visible, and the reason is, of course, it's very understandable, because the more you pull resistance out of your energy, the less you're in resistance, and the more you're in high vibration. See, your body is just vibrant. It's coming back to its natural vibrancy. Our natural state is well-being, perfect health. And when you release that energy and you're feeling good about yourself and you're feeling good about life, even when it's not totally like you like, but you know how it's serving you, and so you're feeling all that good positive emotion, and then your body obviously is going to be more vibrant. And so I noticed that with this person as well, and that's a really, really good sign that you're coming back into alignment. That's a very, very good sign. So these things that I talked about here are kind of stage 4, 5, 6, and 7, and if this person continues on the path that they're on in terms of deconstructing, continuing to deconstruct and reconstruct, every time a negative feeling thought comes up, dub that thing as false, not true, not in agreement with the way the universe works, who you are, and recognizing it as just a faulty belief reference point, that's all you had, and it doesn't make sense, it doesn't agree with anything, and bring yourself back into the thoughts that create the new loop, the new positive loop based on the creative process. And if this person continues to do this, they're going to just see more and more stage 5, 6, and 7. And that's the way it goes. That's how you get back into alignment. Abundance of things are flowing to them. And, this is the way it goes when, you get yourself back into alignment. That's really what you want to do. You don't want to be trying to manifest things, because that's low vibration. That's a vibration of lack. And there's really no such thing, because everything about your life right now, every day, look at your life today. Everything there is the manifestation of your energy in every moment. Manifestation is a naturally occurring thing in every moment of your life. And it's based on the energy that you're putting into the law of attraction, putting out to the law of attraction. And so this person is putting out much more high vibration energy and much less low vibration energy. And so they're getting the flow of the natural life more and more and more. So, some other things that they're noticing about themselves is they're seeing the good in others. They're not as judgmental, critical, or anything of others or themselves or of life. More compassion. You see, this is what happens when you get in alignment, is you start to express yourself. You start to feel in those ways: compassion, understanding, all the good love, all the good stuff really starts flowing out of you. And then the world starts mirroring that back to you. See, that is the life of alignment. And it's very interesting too, is that this person had an old relationship like years ago that really was an issue for them, a focus issue, where they did not make peace with that, ruminated with that as though it was just current day, and now has made peace with that. And that was a huge release of resistance that allowed vibration to come up, for example. Again, seeing the good in others and realizing that this return to alignment, it's a training process. It's a training of your mind mastery. And therefore understanding, okay, there's off days, still the momentum sometimes gets me, but not a big deal. Not beating myself up, realizing that it's all good. And I just keep working on it and keep getting better at it. And sometimes I fall off, but no big deal. I just take the opportunity to get my scripts, my deconstruction, reconstruction scripts in a stronger position, so I'm better at responding to things. You see, that these are all the changes that have led to this person's life now flowing much, much better, right? And it was nothing about money. It was nothing about the outside world. This is an inside job. Alignment, it's an inside job. So now, this is the person that, said the old person is gone, right? That's kind of a interesting statement when you think about it, because it's like a different person. Our consciousness, when it's faulty, it makes us a different person than who we are. We're out of alignment. We're not expressing ourselves. We're not feeling like ourselves. We're not knowing our worth. We're not knowing our value. We're not knowing any of that, not in any sure way. But once you get it, and you have gifts and talents, and these passions are coming out of you for ways and ideas that how you want to express them, and it doesn't look like the old person at all. It's kind of an imposter of you, that the faulty beliefs kind of make an imposter of you, and it's a faulty belief version of you. And now this person has gotten back into their natural self, and it's like, wow, that's just almost like taking off a costume, and here I am, here's the real me. I've been sort of acting out that character for years, and it's not even me. It was just a faulty belief version of me, and now I'm back in alignment with myself, and I'm getting more and more in there every day. So they also mentioned, a feeling of fearlessness. Well, of course, what's to be afraid of when you know the creative process and how that all works? See, the only reason we have fear is because we don't know how life works. The only reason you have fear of the water, because you don't know how to swim. But you know how to swim, then the water's enjoyable. You know how life works, and then life is enjoyable. You see, and so fear is gone. And so this is just a beautiful story of showing how alignment. And I wanted to bring this in. I've got a lot of stories like this that people are moving. Just a quick one. This is a person who had done, some time and in prison, and now it's the same kind of transition. The story is very similar, and they told me the other day, they picked up a lot of faulty beliefs as a child in a lot of different ways about themselves, about relationships, about work, about all kinds of things, and they were hitting the wall. There's no question about it. And now today, the way they feel about themselves, others, life, very, very, very different. And what was really beautiful to hear is have some kids, and just the kids were bickering a bit, and just like the old person, like they said to me, the old person would have may have got irritated with that and maybe had a reaction, but now it's just like, talk to the kids, what's going on. You don't really want to do that. That's not going to be helpful for your day. It's not going to make you feel good. And talking, kind of coaching the kids in these ways that I teach people, just amazing, brilliant, because this is what's going to change our world when we get it to the kids, right? They're going to grow up, and they're not going to have all those faulty beliefs, and then they don't have to spend all those years trying to get out of them and hitting the wall and wonder what's going on. And what a beautiful thing that is to think about that. So just wanted to make some reference points on what I'm doing here. It's all about alignment. Forget about the manifestations in terms of how they're going to come or thinking you got to do something about them. You do want your dreams and desires, and that's very natural to you, and have them. Dream unlimited, and it's all yours. And when you dream, it means it's already done, right? And it's on the way to you. So you want to feel them and feel the excitement and the joy of them. And that's part of the vibration that tunes you in and lets you receive them. You just don't want to get into the details of how they're going to come and all of that kind of thing, because that's out of alignment stuff. And you want to just savor the joy of the contrast that happened, and what it is that's on the way to you. And that's a very beautiful part of life. So we don't want to give up on our dreams and desires at all. We just want to give up any of the resistance and keep ourselves in alignment, and then our life's going to flow. Our life's going to flow, just as I talked about here for this person. They're in a much, much, much better flow, and it's going to keep going because it's joyous expansion. The better it gets, we kind of joke, the gooder it gets, right? And that's a wonderful understanding of life, that it's really good now, and guess what? It's going to get better. And guess what? After that, it's going to get better, because that's the way the universe is set up. When you get something, it's going to cause more contrast in a good way, natural way, that you just want it to be more, and that's all going to be set up for you. So it's joyous expansion. That was what we came for, and to live joyous expansion, you want to get your alignment back. So that's the road to alignment, and a nice story to help you understand what that really looks like. Okay, so that's the video for today. Thanks for listening in. If you have any comments, leave them on the post, and enjoy your day.